Blessings and good evening. Tonight we've gathered together again on the one prat. This evening is what we call the small one prat, or the half moon evening. That means today marks the last 7 days remaining of the annual rains retreat. On the 7th of October we'll have our Mahapawarana Day. So we've been practicing together in the first portion of the rain retreat more regularly, more group practice here in the monastery, doing morning and evening meditation and chanting sessions together. Then as we moved further into the rains retreat, maybe more personal time. And then as we come to the closing of the rains retreat, it's a good time to reflect back on the past 3 months and how your practice went. There'll be maybe parts of the rains retreat which went well, parts of the rains retreat which could have done or could have gone better. Maybe it was an internal struggle, or maybe a struggle with external factors. Whatever that struggle was, it's impermanent. It arises, stays for a while, then eventually passes away. So even being patient with that process of impermanence, how suffering arises, stays for a while, then passes away. That can also give us a sense of achievement, that we didn't fall into too much negativity or too much disappointment or feeling upset in various ways about experiencing suffering in different ways. But we establish mindfulness, be patient, and eventually we notice it passes away of its own accord. Whether that's on the physical level of discomfort, we often experience a lot of discomfort in our bodies. Especially as they grow older, maybe the discomfort level grows. If we sit too long, we feel uncomfortable. If we stand too long, we feel uncomfortable. And even if we lie down too long, we feel discomfort. But how is our mind dealing with the feelings of discomfort? Do we go straight to complaining, to aversion, feeling upset? Or can we bring mindfulness to the feelings of discomfort and notice, oh, this is how our body is feeling. If you use it too much, it feels tired. If it stays in one posture for too long, it gets exhausted. But at that same time, we don't need to make a lot of mental suffering over that. We just know, oh, this is how it is, and we can proceed to continue on with our lives, with our day, without letting it affect our mood or our interactions with others. When we practice in this way, our tolerance, our acceptance of discomfort, you could call it our threshold for bearing with or being with discomfort, becomes better, improves. Become one who is resilient, calm, peaceful with all conditions. This creates a very good basis for cultivating more calm, more stillness, more evenness of mind when it comes to the meditation as well. If we don't look into this, we tend to follow our desires for comfort, our desires for pleasure, our desires for pleasurable feeling. And when we don't get those pleasurable feelings, then we get upset, our mood changes. So it leads to a weaker mind, a mind that is relying on conditions, reliant on external conditions to be favourable, to then feel at ease. So we can practice with this idea even within one meditation session. Maybe you start the meditation session with enthusiasm, the body's feeling fairly okay, but maybe towards the end of the meditation, then sore knees, you start getting a sore back, and maybe your blood flow or circulation gets cut off, your maybe sore shoulders, all sorts of experiences of discomfort can come up. So even within the one meditation session, we can learn how to bear with discomfort in a peaceful way. Notice how our mind can go straight to the desire to move, to get away from uncomfortable feeling, justifying one's actions to do so. Might be hurting myself by sitting in this way, so I better move. And once you move, you realize, oh, I think my mind tricked me there, because I could have sat for a bit longer, maybe inquired into that discomfort. It wasn't that painful, it wasn't hurting me in that way. And when we practice this regularly, it brings up a bravery, independence of mind, independence in the sense that we're not dependent on having a comfortable body, a comfortable surroundings, the perfect heat, the perfect tastes, the perfect smells. We can be with that which life throws at us. So our mind becomes brave, stable, independent of external conditions. But firstly, this happens in small ways. But the more we practice it, the stronger our mind becomes. Because as we all know, we all eventually, one day or another, will experience more discomfort until the body reaches its expiry date. So it's a great investment, learning and looking into these aspects of Dhamma. Dhamma meaning the nature of this body, and how the mind relates to that. So for the rest of this evening's program, we will continue to meditate together until the sound of the bell, and then we'll chant Itipiso, chant 108 times as we have been. This will be the final one evening of the Rains Retreat that we will be doing so. So for now we can just practice meditation together.